earth toward the seventh clime, having over their heads the constellation of the plow. Their land is cold and wet. That's what the so-called white men were living at in Europe. Accordingly, their complexions are white, their eyes blue, their hair flowing, and predominantly reddish. So guess what? You're not white. Okay? You use that as a semantic, because white means to be pure and holy, and black means to be evil and dark. We're not even black. We're brown, different shades of brown. And you're different shades of red. Their hair flowing and predominantly reddish, their bodies large and their nature's cold. Their general aspect is wild. What's up?
Let me ask you a question. You believe in justice? Justice. Like
if someone commits a crime, do you think that they should be held accountable?
Like
they really did.
Like if I take your phone from you and I run off, and the next day I come back and see you, I say, hey, can we be friends? What you gonna say? Okay, well first you got to give me back my phone, then maybe you can start from there, right? You would like this, you would like to be given, you would like to what somebody took from you, you like to take that back from you, or you like to get it back, justice. You know what I mean?
Well, no, justice would be you have paid a price for the law.
Like I just said, someone committed a crime, and you hold them accountable for it.
So you will hold me accountable for taking your phone, right?
Yeah, but if you came back and said, hey man, here's your phone, you want to be friends with it, so yeah.
Okay, so why? Because he gave you your phone back. He gave you what he took back from you, your property.
It's a simple question.
All right, so do you think the people on this sign that did these, you think they should pay for what they done?
Everybody, what do you mean?
Who did this?
Who did this?
Yeah.
Oh, all the fucking bitch ass motherfucking crackers.
All right, so you don't think they should pay for that? You said you believe in justice, right?
Yeah, I believe in justice.
You think they should pay for this, right? So now you've been a hypocrite. Get Revelation 13 and 9, man.
All right.
Let's see what the Bible got to say about this right now.
I'll tell you one thing, man. Back then, like, people didn't, I just can't believe that.
They still do this right now today.
I know.
They slaughter us every day, and they still haven't paid for what they done. But let's see what the Bible say about it, though.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
You got an ear, right? Listen.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Shall go into captivity. So the Bible says, he that leadeth, so he who led these people into captivity shall go into captivity. And that's in Revelation.
And America has an effeminate vibration, man.
You know what I believe? I think that, just like with the whole Native American thing, I think that every single proven African American descendant should get something in return. I do believe that. I believe.
Well, they gonna get some return. They're gonna be able to put these same people that put them into slavery. They're gonna be able to put them into slavery. They're gonna these same hanging, feeding their kids to alligators. They're gonna be able to feed their kids to alligators.
Right.
Lashes on his back. They're gonna be able to lash the so-called white man's back. Thus say the Bible.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 26.
Basically, you're saying that.
And he that overcometh.
Yeah. See how the economy falling down? The dollar is about to collapse. America is at war over the Middle East. Why? Because this land is defiled with blood of the so-called Native Americans,
well, believe me,
so-called Negroes, and they gonna get their payback for it. Thus say the Bible.
It ain't just white and black, dude. It's the whole world.
No, it's not. It's your people. Your people have been going into other people's backyards and trying to tell them how to live their lives. Like they're trying to start a one world order. Matter of fact, you had a whole nation of people living here on this land. You have 77 million Native Americans in America. Where are they now?
Hey, with the cigarette, man, I can't do the cigarette.
Yeah, where are they now? Where are the Native Americans now?
They're sitting real pretty right now.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Because at one point they were able to actually walk this earth, and they were actually able to till this ground. They're actually able to raise their kids. Now you have them quarantined to a concentration camp, which you actually call, what they call it?
Holocaust.
No. Reservation.
A reservation.
Oh yeah. There's a reservation.
They on reservations, man. Why is that?
Yeah, it's fucked up. I don't.
So like I said though.
Like there's nothing more that breaks my heart than knowing that
it really don't because you're reaping the benefits of your father. So you can walk around with your head high. That's why no one messes with you, because the Most High put you in power. Okay? Out of all the nations, listen, out of all the nations, on all the nations on the face of the earth, right? Out of all the I'm going biblical and I'm going to go with facts. Out of all the heathen nations on the face of the earth, the so-called white man is the smallest. But right now, you have the most control. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then you got to think about them people over there who call themselves Jews. If you're supposed to be the people of the Most High, why are you controlling all this money? Why are you actually funding every war? If you're supposed to be a child of the Most High. Like I said, your people tell a lot of lies. They even lie to you to make you feel good or make you feel different about who you truly are. But your
Dude,
top
I'll tell you one thing, I can't stand my government.
your top, but that's the thing. Your top elite. That's the thing, though. You love this country. This country was built on bloodshed. Like I said, you're reaping the benefits. You're reaping the benefits of your forefathers. That's why you love this country. So for you to say you love this country, you also gotta love. You also gotta love how this country was built.
Yeah.
Okay, it was built on bloodshed. Bloodshed. So like I say though, no matter how much you say you feel sorry, you really don't, because you're reaping the benefits of your forefathers.
You tell me I don't feel sorry for what your ancestors went through?
Well, okay, if you feel sorry, then tell me right now how you're showing that you feel sorry. Because it's actually love is action. Everything's supposed to be based on the action.
It's our responsibility to pass on to future generations that don't matter what color skin you have. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter.
Look,
like, we're all the same on the inside.
The word race comes from the word raza, meaning deep. So it does have something. The Lord set apart the nations to be separate. All this coming together and being one people, that's against the scripture. That's against the scripture.
Well, you do know that, like, believe me, back in the early 1800s, like, that wasn't just all started because people are thousands.
I know that.
You know, in ancient Egyptian times, white, black, and mixed people. In Egyptian times, white, black, the white man, the black man, and mixed all lived together in harmony.
Hold on. So you saying during the time you saying during the time of the Egyptians, there's no such thing as a white Egyptian. Those Egyptians over there now. No. Listen. Let me tell you something. Those Egyptians over there now that look like so-called white people. When Alexander the Greek, when he ruled the so-called world at that point in time, he had 4 generals that parted his kingdom. Ptolemy was the one that took over Egypt and kicked the original Egyptians out of there with so-called black man. Now you got so-called looking white man living over there today.
If you don't think about history, if you look at hieroglyphs, it will show you the Egyptians were dark-skinned people.
Exactly, because they were mixed.
But hold on, they were mixed. But listen, that's what some thing is mixed. If you take a Chinese apple seed and plant it in the ground, you're gonna get a Chinese apple tree. That's what some thing is you being mixed. Okay, in school they teach you the father carried the X and Y chromosome. That determines the gender. If the father determines the gender, the father also determines what that child's going to be. So you're always whatever your father is. No such thing is mixed. That's why I said all that mixed.
I'm just saying, like, generations. That's what makes it on that. Like, you know, back then, at that time, there's some times where people lived together where racism wasn't even an issue. Like, you know, that's
false. That's false.
So you're saying
because people kept their customs back in that time. We wasn't all together.
Never.
People kept their customs. This nation had their customs. That nation had this custom. We never were mixed and mingled. That's against the scriptures. What you're saying. The Lord likes division. He likes separatism.
Well, the main problem is that people, what they don't know, what they're not familiar with, they're scared of. And when they get scared, they would resort to violence. Therefore, this shit right here.
No, they got scared, resort to violence. They came and got us. How? Why would they be scared?
Because they didn't know who they didn't, you know, well, they wanted to make
No, they knew who they were. What happened was your people fled the northern part of Africa. Listen, because you don't, evidently you don't know, because you keep them with your own vanity pigs, you're giving you fat. Your people came to the northern part of Africa looking for Israelites. They didn't know who they were because they couldn't distinguish who you were because we blended in with the other nations. Right. What you started doing was killing off anybody that had color.
Not what I did, but what my ancestors.
Okay, well, all your ancestors reincarnated. Okay, believe that. So like I said, though, so what you did, what happened was your nation of people, you Edomites, you start killing anybody with color. And then the so-called Africans over there, because we're not Africans, said, hold on, we're not Israelites, we know who they are. So it was you, those Arabs back in the day, and those Africans over there who actually put us all into slavery, and we end up over here. But your people was the one who actually took out the punishment upon us. Because those fake Jews are the ones who funded the Ishmaelites, who are the Arabs, to build the ships, and it took all those Africans to round us up, because your people couldn't catch us. There was no way you would have called it by yourself. As a matter of fact, if you watch Roots, watch the beginning of Roots. It shows you a so-called black man marrying up other black people and brought them to your people. that's history. Okay? Like I said, so that's why it happened. Your people were looking for us.
So
We didn't
how
come
would they,
messing with you.
so why would they be scared in result to this?
I mean, not scared. What I'm saying is
So basically you don't know what you're saying? I'm
know
trying to
what
figure out.
You know what I'm saying? The point I'm trying to make is that basically,
This is
back
hate.
in the day,
Basically, this is hate. This is what it
it
is.
is
What
hate.
it
Oh,
is.
that's
It's hate.
that's evil.
That's evil, and it's still going on today.
Yeah.
So according to the Bible, we gonna pay
Yeah.
for it. How y'all put us in slavery and we buy back, we gonna do the same thing to y'all, and we gonna love doing it.
That's thus saith
And I
the
can't
Lord.
wait to do it.
That's thus saith the Lord.
So basically, you don't want to make the world a better place.
No,
The only way it's gonna be better is when you destroy the
The only way
wicked
to
out of
make
it.
it better is to
It's
end
to-
racism. So when you have kids,
No,
So
it's
you
no.
saying peace,
The
right?
only way to destroy it.
Peace, right?
not only peace, I'm saying like you know, I'm saying that my father raised me like not to believe that just because somebody's skin is different color, that don't mean shit. Now his dad, my grandfather, you know, he saw a black man, he said, fuck this nigga right there, fuck this, blah 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 blah. You know? Now my generation
Do you believe in the Most High?
I mean, but my definition of God here is probably too different.
No, our definition.
Do you read the Bible?
Yeah, turn to the first page of Genesis.
Listen, take this out. Matthew 10:34. Think now I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace but a sword. So you talking about peace, and let's come together, but the Lord said he came not to send peace, he come to send a sword. You know what I mean? So you be an antichrist is to be against Christ. So you being against him, so right now you've been an antichrist.
Right.
Anti means to be against the anointed.
Right.
So your doctrine is different from what you believe in. You believe in Jesus.
I was raised
right?
Roman Catholic, but I'm not.
You believe in Jesus. So
Yeah, I
Jesus
know
said
Jesus
he came.
Christ walked the earth.
Yeah, he came not to send peace on earth. Right here. You talking about let's come together. Luke 12:51. Suppose ye that I came not to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. So he come to send division. How you say we should come together as one no matter? He say no. He say he come to send division. So right now you're going against what you believe in.
Hey.
You believe in Jesus, but he comes to send division. You want us to come
I
together.
believe that Jesus walked the earth. You know, and can you turn to the first page of Genesis?
For what?
I just want to show you something. Basically what it's saying is that if you read into this, it's saying that there's more than one God.
You're talking about
Let
God.
us make them
in our likeness. That's what you're talking about.
Right.
Exactly. The angels, God. Look, we're God. You know what I mean? God is judging. You know what I mean? God is more than one. The angels.
Let me break it down. The word God means power. That's not his name. He has an actual name. That's an attribute. The Most High has many attributes. He's a man of war. He's a man of power.
Well, you know,
he's a man of love. He's a man of hate.
too, right?
Those are all false gods.
Yeah, I feel that. But if you ask me, I think that God, of all who are, I think we're in basically, yes. I think that like right now, I mean, there's big.
What you going?
You believe in Bigfoot?
No. What you're going through right now is you talking about there's more than one God. And if you take this text back to the original Hebrew, in the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. If you go back to the Hebrew, Allah Shalom Kadav, scientists call it Paleo Hebrew, that word God is Allah Hayam, meaning the power. So in the beginning, the powers created the earth. So you're right, it was more than one power.
And according to this Bible right here, there's only 4,000 years old.
Excuse me, no, this Bible is according to the Bible.
Is that the King James Bible?
Yeah, according to the Bible, it's 10,000.
We all know.
How can you tell me how is that?
Bones?
And how is that tested? How is that tested? Like what's your source? What's the source of what? How did they come up with those numbers?
What experiments did you go through to come up with those numbers?
Yeah.
To come up with those calculations?
The earth is 4.6 million years old.
How?
We're asking you what? Listen, we're asking you a simple question. What scientific process do you go through to find out the years that how old those bones are?
Carbon dating.
Exactly. That's false
ahead,
because carbon dating, you come up with different results.
Over
every
100
time.
different results.
Over
What
100
they do,
different
they
results.
choose the one result that fits
So
the best.
basically, you guys
It's
don't
not
like white
accurate.
people at all?
No, you don't.
We don't. No, hold on. We don't like so-called white man, the so-called Chinese man, the so-called Japanese man.
Oh, so you're
those
racist
fake
then?
Israel.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's
well,
racist.
hold on.
You're
Let me
racist
handle
too.
this. Let me handle this. Okay. The IST on the end, the suffix on the end of the word IST. No, racist.
Oh.
IST on the end of the word. Okay. If I ride a bicycle, that makes me a cyclist, right? That means I'm in favor of riding bicycles. If a woman likes a nude, that means she's a nudist. That means she's in favor of people being nude. So if I'm a racist, that means I'm in favor of my race. So everybody's racist. Are you not for your people?
I feel you on that one. Yeah.
I'm for my people.
What I'm trying to
So
say
if that makes me a racist, everybody's a racist.
Okay, but you feel with the point that I'm trying to make is that like if you don't.
No, because we deal with facts. You keep coming with your own opinion.
Yeah,
that's why we don't feel
I
you.
just
We
pulled
deal
out
with
I can
facts.
give you a real quick fact before I go.
Go ahead.
Doing all this right here and causing more hate in the world ain't gonna do better than everybody getting.
Oh yeah, most violence is gonna come before you have no idea. More violence is coming and you have no idea. Yeah.
But you're going against the scriptures though. You keep saying come together, but the man who you call Jesus Christ is against that.
Destroying the wicked.
Destroying all the other nations and put them in slavery. That'll be successful for us. Putting them in slavery just how you put us in slavery.
That's right.
Us going into slavery just how we do. We drunk the cup, you gotta drink. Alright. We went into slavery, your ass going into slavery. Let's say the Bible.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will shew thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.